If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. This famous quote illustrates Newton's humility and acknowledgement of the intellectual debt he owed to those who preceded him. It emphasizes the collaborative nature of scientific progress, where each generation builds upon the knowledge of the past. Newton recognized that his groundbreaking discoveries were made possible by the contributions of earlier scholars. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. Newton's emphasis on simplicity in understanding the natural world reflects his belief in the elegance of fundamental principles. He recognized that the complexity of nature could often be distilled into simple, underlying laws. This quote underscores the beauty that lies in uncovering straightforward explanations for complex phenomena. To every action, there is always opposed and equal reaction. This quote encapsulates Newton's third law of motion, a fundamental principle in classical mechanics. Newton observed that in any interaction between two objects, the force exerted by one object is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to the force exerted by the other. This law laid the foundation for understanding the dynamics of motion. If I have done the public any service, it is due to my patient thought. Newton's commitment to patient and thorough contemplation is evident in this quote. It highlights the importance of meticulous thinking and the careful consideration of ideas. His contributions to science were not hasty but the result of deep reflection and persistent inquiry. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. Newton, renowned for his contributions to physics, recognized the inherent complexity of human behavior. This quote reflects his awareness that while he could unravel the mysteries of celestial mechanics, the unpredictability of human actions remained beyond precise calculation. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. This quote delves into the philosophical aspect of Newton's thinking. While he successfully described the gravitational forces governing planetary motion, he acknowledged the deeper question of the initial impetus or force that set the planets in motion, a question that transcends the purely scientific realm and touches upon metaphysical considerations. For truth is ever to be found in simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. Newton's pursuit of truth is encapsulated in this quote, emphasizing the value of simplicity in unraveling the complexities of the world. It reflects his preference for clear and straightforward explanations, a guiding principle in his scientific inquiries. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. Beyond his scientific endeavors, Newton was a deeply religious individual. This quote showcases his belief in the divine design of the human body. He saw the intricacies, even in something as seemingly simple as the thumb, as evidence of a purposeful and intelligent creator. 5. We build too many walls and not enough bridges. Newton's metaphorical insight extends beyond the realm of physics. This quote encourages a shift from division to connection, urging the importance of building bridges, both metaphorical and literal, between individuals and cultures for the betterment of society. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. This quote is a call to live life with passion and enthusiasm. Newton encourages embracing the present and making a bold statement through actions rather than constantly offering explanations. It resonates with the idea of living authentically and boldly. Tact is the knack of making a point without making an enemy. Newton's emphasis on tact reveals his understanding of the importance of diplomacy and effective communication. This quote underscores the value of conveying one's ideas without causing unnecessary conflict, promoting a more harmonious and collaborative environment. Plato is my friend. Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. Newton expresses his allegiance to truth above any particular philosophical school of thought. This quote reflects his commitment to objective inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge, transcending personal affiliations in the quest for understanding. If I ever make a discovery, I shall be a madman, but a madman who is no longer in ignorance, but has entered into the light of knowledge. Newton acknowledges the transformative nature of discovery, using the metaphor of madness to convey the radical shift in perspective that comes with newfound understanding. It highlights the profound impact of knowledge on one's perception of the world. The diamond cannot be polished without friction, nor the man perfected without trials. This quote delves into Newton's recognition of the role of challenges and hardships in personal and intellectual growth. It likens the process to the polishing of a diamond, suggesting that refinement often comes through overcoming difficulties. Errors are not in the art, but in the artificers. Newton addresses the inevitability of mistakes in the pursuit of knowledge. This quote emphasizes that errors are not inherent flaws in the subject studied the art, but rather arise from the limitations or mistakes of those conducting the study. The artificers, I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself, I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore, and diverting myself now and then in finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, while the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. We are to admit no more causes of natural things than such as are both true and sufficient to explain their appearances. Newton's commitment to parsimony in scientific explanations is evident in this quote. He advocates for the principle that scientific hypotheses should be as simple as possible while still accounting for observed phenomena, reinforcing the idea of simplicity in scientific theories. To myself, I am only a child playing on the beach while vast oceans of truth lie undiscovered before me. This quote echoes a similar sentiment to a previous one, but emphasizes the childlike wonder that Newton maintained throughout his life. It speaks to the enormity of the unknown and the limitless potential for discovery that the universe holds. Nature and nature's laws lay hid in the night. God said, "Let Newton be," and all was light. This poetic quote reflects the admiration and reverence Newton received for his contributions to science. It portrays him as an illuminating figure, bringing light to the mysteries of nature through his groundbreaking work in physics. The more time and devotion one spends in the study of truth, the more lovable one becomes. Newton expresses the transformative power of dedicating oneself to the pursuit of truth. This quote suggests that the journey of seeking knowledge not only enhances understanding but also contributes to personal growth and virtue.